What is up, YouTube? Welcome. Connor here, C Raw Fitness, and today we got a little bit of an announcement to make. I've been weighing pros and cons, and I've been weighing if I'm gonna compete or not. I've always wanted to compete since I take lifting pretty serious, and I always do the bodybuilding style of training, and I've always wanted to step on stage and present my physique, but just never been able to be locked in enough, or just always making up 100 excuses and reasons why not to do it. I'm not good enough, whatever. So now that I've quit drinking, and it's been like 7 months since I quit drinking, so I don't really have anything holding me back, because that was a huge reason why I've never really competed before, because I'd have to quit drinking and really lock in my diet, and I've just never been able to. So now that we're sober and I have no reason or anything holding me back, I figured now's the perfect time. I'm 30 years old, so I'm not getting any younger. So I figured might as well just do it for fun. So today is gonna be technically day one, the start of the prep. I woke up this morning after enjoying my weekend. Yesterday was the 4th of July, so binged a lot, had some cookies and cupcakes and snacks, plus a few other things like pastas and stuff. So all the more reason to lock in and start getting shredded for the rest of the summer and for the fall to come. The show is in October, so I got roughly about 17 weeks to get shredded. Thankfully, I've been staying pretty lean all summer, so I'm at a pretty good base. I am at my heaviest as of the summer right now. Not my heaviest ever, but my heaviest this summer. I woke up this morning at 180. I'll show you guys in a minute how much I'm weighing in at and what the goal weight's gonna be and how we're gonna do it. So I've done cuts and bulks plenty of times, so I do know how to dial in my diet. I know how to get shredded. I know how to add in the cardio and what to do. So for that part, it's gonna be pretty easy for me. I just gotta hold myself accountable and just keep the diet locked. So the only thing that I'm going to struggle with is when I start getting closer to the show. I got to kind of figure out how to bring in some carbs and make sure I present myself the best I can on the show day. So I'm going to be doing this without a coach, just going to be doing it just myself. Not to prove anything, but just to kind of see what I can do and how much I actually know, and see if I can present a pretty good package, just working on my own, holding myself accountable, and just being disciplined. So today, like I said, is the start of day one. I'll show you guys my weight. I got to go to the store. I got to get a new food scale so I can make sure I'm tracking every single meal, because I haven't been tracking my calories that much at all really in the last couple of years. I've just been kind of eating and using the scale as a gauge to basically where I'm at to stay lean. So now that I need to make sure I can dial in every calorie, know when to lower my calories by a few hundred to start, because you're going to hit a baseline. I'm going to drop my calories probably roughly to 2,900 these first couple of weeks, and then see if some weight starts falling off. And if it does, then I'll do it until I hit a plateau, and then I'll drop my calories a couple hundred more, and then I'm sure that when I get down towards the show date, I'll be eating 1,800 calories or less a day. So I got to get a food scale. I'm gonna stock up on some healthy eats. I just showered, so I'll show you guys what I'm weighing in at, what the start weight is, and I'll bring you guys along the journey and show you what I do, how to get shredded, how to lose some weight, and hopefully we can come October we can get pretty dialed and look pretty nasty and step on stage for the first time. And if I end up liking it and I really want to just keep doing the bodybuilding, then next year I'll get a coach, so that way I can actually dial in even harder and go better and just present a better package. But for now, I'm just doing this for fun. I don't care about winning. I just care about getting the experience, stepping on stage, and seeing what I can do. So I hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned. Let's get shredded. This is what we're working with right now, buddy. We're not perfect, but we're a little heavy waking up this morning, so I'll show you guys my scale weight. 178.8. I was 180 this morning, so. Alright guys, I figured I'd show you what my diet's mostly gonna be like. This is 99% of my diet. We got a food scale. I bought basically the nicest one I could get at Walmart. So we got a food scale to track everything. Lots of chicken breasts, chicken tenders, white rice. Got some David bars for taking to work with me so I can hit my protein easily, but I like the chocolate chip ones and the fudge ones the most, and the blueberry, but they didn't have any. Eggs, lots and lots and lots of eggs. We got some unfiltered chocolate milk. Always stay stocked up on that. Low fat mozzarella cheese. Got the protein yogurts here, low calorie, a little bit of protein. Lots of rice cakes to hit our carbs, low calorie. Bananas, apples every day. Hot sauce, 0 calories. Stocked up on fish oils. Take the fish oil pills every day. Tried a new protein out. We'll see about this. So got some protein. Easy way to hit protein without getting a lot of calories in. But this is basically 99% of my diet right here is what I'm going to be eating for the next 17 weeks plus. All right, what is up, guys? We are now in the dungeon. Sea Raw Fits gym. Just warmed up, getting ready for some chest day. Chest and a little bit of shoulders. Did a bunch of internal and external. Did 3 sets with a band. Warm up the shoulder nice, get some blood pumping. Probably gonna start off with some flat bench today. Because today's probably gonna be one of my last days of being like not super strong, but being stronger. And then as the weeks go on, the lifts are going to probably get a little bit lighter. The game plan basically for the whole cut and for the prep for the show, I'll call this one the prep series. It'll be like prep, road to prep day 1 or something something along those lines. But I'll keep you guys updated. I'm not going to film and track every little single detail because it'll just get like super tedious and it'll probably like get overwhelming, and it's going to get tough later on as the weeks go on and I start getting more strict and stuff. So I will fill you guys in on all the details, and I will let you know like how I'm going about it and what I'm doing to get shredded. Basically the goal now, because I've just been maintaining, if not eating in a surplus and just lifting for fun and whatever, just having fun with it. So now the goal for the next 17 weeks is to get shredded. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to make sure I get 10K steps every day, at least 30 minutes of cardio a day, whether it's stair step or treadmill, whatever it is, on top of hitting my 10K steps. Hydrating, drinking a gallon of water every day, tracking all my calories, my carbs, tracking my macros, making sure I'm staying within my limits, and then trying to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every day, so that way I can help with recovery. And that's kind of basically it. Gonna try to keep the diet to whole foods. Obviously I'm gonna throw some protein shakes and protein bars in there, but everything else is gonna be whole foods. So this is how to basically get dialed in, get shredded, lose fat, and get prepped for the show. So as of today's the 5th, day after the 4th of July, so today's the 5th. I'm going to drop my calories to probably 2,800. So for the next couple weeks, I'm going to be eating around 2,800 calories. A little less maybe some days. We'll see how it goes. But if I'm feeling pretty good and I'm dropping weight like I want to be, I'm going to be right around 2,800 calories every day. Like I showed you guys upstairs, I bought a scale, so everything's going to be tracked. I've already tracked everything that I've ate today. So far it's been an apple, banana, 4 rice cakes, 2 protein yogurts, and then I had 240 milliliters of chocolate milk before this lift to help fuel it up, get a little bit of a pump, and then just a bunch of water and my pre-workout, and then 5 grams of 5 grams of creatine, 1 scoop. So as of today, we're getting into the cutting phase. I was 178.8 pounds, as you guys saw in the beginning of the video. This morning I even woke up at 180, but it was just obviously water weight after mowing the lawn. I already kind of shedded like, it was 1.2 pounds at least, if not more, worth of water weight. But the starting weight today, we're going to call it 178.8. And I don't really have a goal weight in mind, but for the next 17 weeks, hopefully I'll be dropping roughly about a pound a week. That'll be like that's ideal, so that way I'm not losing muscle mass. Keeping the protein high, I'm gonna at least try to hit my body weight in protein every day. I'm gonna keep it a little high at first because I got the extra calories to spare. So I'm gonna be eating around 200 grams of protein a day. And then as I get more leaned out and the calories start shrinking, it'll probably be more like 180 to 160 and so on and so forth. But right now we're at 2,800 calories, gonna shoot for 200 grams of protein. Gonna start adding in, making sure I'm hitting my 10K steps every day and make sure I'm hitting at least 30 minutes of cardio. And then as I get closer to the show, I'm sure I'm gonna up it to like 45 minutes to an hour of cardio a day. So taking my rest days as needed. The training split's still gonna be the bro split, still gonna be chest, back, arms, legs, repeat. And training's not really gonna change for the most part until we get closer to the show. So training is still going to be going hard, going balls to the walls, training to failure. I'm going to still be trying to go heavy and stuff like that. On days that I feel like I might be a little more fatigued, if I got to take like a lighter day or whatever, then I'll do that. But I'll just train to failure, going lighter with squeezing reps and stuff. But not much is going to change. I'm still going to be consistent. I'm still going to be training every day. I just got to make sure I'm holding myself accountable, and I'm just a little bit more precise with my calories. So I'm going to start tracking my calories, adding in the cardio, because I've been being bad about not doing cardio and making sure I get my steps every day. So not much is going to change. Just going to be a little more disciplined and really work on getting shredded and start losing weight. Usually it comes off pretty quick. Like I'm 178.8 right now. I guarantee you by the end of next week, I'll probably be at least at 173, if not lower. And then after that, it'll be a pound per week. Because right now I got a bunch of carb and like water weight I'm holding right now because I've been carb loading and just eating a little bit of a surplus. So I got a little extra just carb and water weight that I'm holding on to. So I won't, the first like 8 pounds that I drop, it's not going to be fat. It's just going to be carbs and water weight, depleting my carb storages. So I want to take you guys along the journey and just show you how I'm going to go about it, how to do it, how to cut, how to lose fat, and how to get absolutely shredded for the show. So let's hop into some chest. Like I said, I already warmed up, did my warm-ups, did my stretches. I'm going to do my shoulder workouts, I think, at the end. I'm going to do a little bit of the shoulder therapy. Hopefully I can heal up my shoulders in the next coming up weeks. I'm going to be really persistent and work really hard on getting my shoulder back. If it doesn't come back 100%, it's still fine. I can still pose and do everything that I need to do. I still look good. I still got the muscles there. So hopefully the shoulder and the knee won't hold me back too much. I'm not trying to place first or like get my pro card or anything. I'm just doing a show to step on stage and get the experience and to say that I did it, because I've been bodybuilding and doing this style of training forever. Probably like close to over 10 years, close to 14 years, consistently. So, and I've always just wanted to step on stage. So this is a little goal of mine. I was really contemplating. I had some buddies when I went to a gym out in Pittsfield, in a town near me. I was going to it over the winter, and he competes, and he was telling me, he's like, dude, you really should compete. You do really good and whatever. And I was like, I really want to, but I never really could because I had a drinking problem and I couldn't quit drinking. But now that I finally quit drinking, I'm 7 months sober. I have no excuses. So I'm a little nervous because I own my own business and I run everything and I do everything solo. So I'm a little nervous when it comes down to the fall season. That's like when you really got to bust ass and like crunch time and you're doing cleanups and working. And I'm going to be super fatigued, low calorie. So that part's going to suck. But those are just more excuses that I just keep telling myself for like reasons why I shouldn't do it. But I've always wanted to step on stage, so that is the goal. So just no more making excuses and just saying what if. I'm going to actually really put my heart into it and try to make this happen. I mean, if something comes up and I can't, like I injure myself or I don't know, my mindset changes, that is possible. But as of right now, I'm going to do everything in my power to put my heart, my soul into it. Work every day at it. Everything is going to be based around this show now. Every move I make, all the water and all the meals that I eat, all the training, it's going to be all dedicated to put the best package I can on stage. So I got a lot to learn, and like I said, I'm not doing this with a coach. It's all going to be just me, and then like YouTube videos, and then asking around the people that have competed. I'm going to get tips and how to go about it. I need to work on a posing routine, and I need to learn like all like the poses that I'm going to be doing, like all the quarter turns and stuff. I don't pose like that at all. So my buddy AJ has showed me a few things. He showed me how to do the quarter turns and stuff, but it was like a couple months ago. So I got to work on that every single day now. So I got to work on posing, get shredded, hit my cardio, hit my steps, keep my meals dialed to a T, hydrate, get sleep, recover. And other than that, I'm still going to be going balls to the wall, training like an animal. Just having fun in the process, take you guys along the road with me and just show you how I'm going to do it and everything that kind of goes into it. I won't, like I said, I won't film like maybe I'll make some videos on certain days where I'm like tracking and showing you guys what my meals are, how I'm tracking my calories and my macros and how I'm going about it. But for the most part, it'll just be me coming down here, hitting a crazy lift. I'll keep you guys updated with my weight every day. I'll wake up every single morning, I'll go to the bathroom, I'll step on the scale, and that's how I track my true weight. So as the weeks go on and the days go on, I should just be dropping weight. And I'm assuming if we got 17 weeks, I'll be around like 160, which will be like my lowest. The lowest I've ever gotten was like 167 a couple years ago, and I was pretty shredded. But now I'm hopefully a little bit bigger. So if I get down to 160, I'm gonna be absolutely peeled, and hopefully be able to put a pretty decent package on stage. So enough talking. I'm gonna warm up a tiny bit more because I sat here and talked for a minute. So I'm gonna warm up a little bit more. We'll hop into the chest day, and like I said, it's kind of gonna be the same. It's just gonna be training hard. I'm gonna still be going heavy for the most part, keeping the weight the same. And then as the weeks go on, obviously I won't be able to do as many reps, and I'll have to start lowering the weight. And then when I get really close to the show, then I'll start dropping the weight and kind of just like playing it safe, making sure I don't get injured, and also overworking myself because I'll start getting super fatigued, and it's just more like chance of like slipping up on your diet. 'Cause if you start getting super fatigued, doing too much cardio and just doing too much, you're just gonna be way too tired, and then I'm gonna start wanting to throw cheat days in and whatever. So I gotta make sure I do this as like gradually as possible. Like I just want to slowly start creeping down my weight, slowly start taking back my carbs, slowly start taking back my calories, slowly increasing cardio, so that way my body kind of gets used to it. I'm not overstraining myself and I don't get super fatigued. So that's going to be the whole main goal. Usually when I do cuts and bulks, I always am very extreme. I usually fast a lot, and then I keep my calories really short, like really minuscule. So then I end up like binge eating or having a cheat day or getting super fatigued. So to avoid all of that, the main goal is just going to be slowly declining as much as possible. So for now, I'm going to keep my calories at 2,800, maybe even 2,900. As long as the scale is going down the next couple weeks, that's where I'm going to keep my calories. And then once I start waking up and I realize that my weight's not dropping at all and I'm kind of staying the same, then I can drop a few hundred calories, and then I'll be down to like 25 or 2,600, and then I'll be down to 24, then 22, and then 2,000, then 1,800, and then so on and so forth, while slowly increasing my cardio and my steps and whatever. But the whole main goal is to get absolutely shredded, work on posing, and see what we can do. And I hope you guys enjoyed the journey. I hope you guys enjoy the videos that I'm making, because now we're about to get serious. This isn't just lifting for fun anymore. This is going to be lifting to actually kind of have motivation and drive to actually do something and show off all the hard work that I've been doing the last few years. And so yeah, it's also really hard for me to talk a lot because I get all these ideas in my head and I have ADHD, so a lot of the times what I think in my head, and it's hard to say it out loud, so bear with me guys. But I hope you guys enjoy. Let's crush chest, let's get dirty, let's have a good day. I even wore this so that way I could try to get a little bit of a sweat going when I was warming up, but now I've been sitting here talking, so let's crush chest. Hope you guys enjoy. Just warmed up with the bar. I did 20 reps with the bar. This is gonna be the first warm-up set. We'll call this set 1 because I am gonna probably rep this for like 15, 20, and then we'll get heavier. But let's start getting nasty. Let's start working on a pump. Let's crush some chest. Hopefully we can go decently heavy today. Second set, we got 185 on the bar. Let's see how many we can get. All right, third set, 225 on the bar. Hopefully we get a good 12, if not more, so let's crush it. Fourth set, 245 on the bar. Hopefully for a good 8, maybe more. Feeling pretty decent today though. All those dirty carbs and cookies and stuff I ate yesterday on the 4th, putting them to use, baby. Fifth, final set, a little bit of a drop set. We're gonna do 225. So trying to keep the sets mildly heavy. Well, obviously at this point, because we're gonna start a cut today and we're gonna be eating in a calorie deficit, we're not gonna be gaining any muscle, making new gains at all or growing at all. So, but I want to keep what I have and I don't want to lose any muscle. So the whole point is going to be to still keep the strength up. So we're going to force the heavy sets as much as possible, keep the protein high. So that way, if anything, we're trying to like mature the muscle. We're trying to gain that extra grain in the muscle. We're not going to gain anything at all, like I said, but we also want to keep training hard, keep training to failure. And that way the muscle can at least have a chance to mature and maybe get a little grainier or whatever, get a little more dense and mature. So that's the whole point. So still gonna be keeping the strength up. I'm not gonna be strength training or like going super crazy heavy, but I am gonna try to keep my baseline strength and just hope I can slowly mature and I don't wanna say progress the muscle, but grain it up a little bit, mature, get the muscle maturity up a little bit. So I'm gonna try to keep it as heavy as possible. Usually I drop to like 185 or whatever, but I want to keep it as heavy as possible for as long as possible. So let's see how many we can get with 225, and then we'll go into some dumbbells. All right, next exercise, we're gonna do some dumbbell flat press. Usually, if my shoulder was 100%, I would either always start with incline press or I would always do incline press second after doing flat. But for some reason, my shoulder's fine with shoulder press, but it just won't do incline press at all, which is weird because it used to, when I first injured it, I could do incline and not flat. Now I can do flat fine, I can't do incline. So if you're training to get a nice big full chest and you want to work that upper chest, highly recommend with starting with incline all the time. I used to always start with incline and do flat second, but I can't right now. So, but I'm also not trying to grow. I'm just trying to fine tune and make sure I keep my muscle I got. So we're gonna hammer some flat press. Probably gonna go 65s first set, Get a nice slow controlled squeeze, maybe pump out a couple hardy reps, but just get that blood flowing like crazy, man. Get that chest pumped up, that's the goal. All right, second set. Gonna go a little heavier, gonna rip the 80s. Just try to go hard, go nasty. Make sure we get a good squeeze. Let's get it. Third set, got the 95s. Do a heavy set, try to get as many as we can. Hopefully at least 6. Feeling pumped, man. Chest looking pretty good. Next exercise, we're gonna jump into some pec deck. Probably rip 3 to 4 sets of this. Got the 100 on the stack. Let's rip it. All right, second set, 120 on the stack. Third set, 140 on the stack. All right, fourth set, 130 on the stack. Go as hard as I can, get as many as I can. Drop set, move on. Let's get it. Oh, come on. Whoa, I forgot my machine doesn't have a lockout. That's how you hurt yourself. Woo! That was close. All right, next exercise. We're gonna do a very, very slight incline fly, dumbbell fly. I just tested it out with the 25s. My shoulder seems it's all right, so I'm gonna start off light, see if I can get a little heavy with this, but just something to try to hit the upper chest a little bit, just so we can keep as much muscle as possible and get a good pump. So I'm gonna try the 35s and get some good volume in. All right, second set. Got the 45s. Let's rip it. Third set, third and final set probably. I may do some cables, but I'm gonna hop into some shoulders after this. So final set, sticking with the 45s, don't want to overdo it, and let's get a good squeeze. All right, let's swing into some shoulder action. Just got the 25s. Can't really go too crazy with the shoulder press, but got 25s. Gonna rip some high volume. Work our way up. Third set, or second set, got the 30s. Third set, sticking with the 30s. Let's get it. In between these sets too, I'm gonna start doing internal and external rotations with the band behind me, just to really work on trying to get my shoulder strengthen my shoulder and get it back to feeling good. So I'm gonna superset with that. I won't show it. Last set with the shoulders. Gonna do the 30s to failure. I'll do a drop set with the 25s, and then I'll superset with the internal and external rotations. I won't show that obviously. I know it's pretty boring, but I'm just doing it, trying to rehabilitate my shoulder, get it feeling good. I don't want to go over the 30s today because shoulder's feeling a little weak after doing that incline fly, so. Come on. All right. Hose down time. Time to see how we're looking. This should be the fluffiest we look during this series. So we're at our heaviest right now. We're at 178.8. And only gonna get shredded from here on out. Next couple days, I should really drop some carb and water weight, and then after that, it's gonna be just losing fat, getting shredded. But I'm not mad about how I look right now. I'm pretty full. Pretty full right now. Definitely looking full, man. That chest is crazy. Looking like a beast. All right. Whew. I'm gonna do some more shoulder therapy. I'm gonna do some incline raises and Ys. Do like 3 sets, and then we'll do the end of the lift talk. But not mad, man. We got the veins down here. Still got my abs. So now we just get to get shredded, fine tune everything, and this is the worst look. This is the bulkiest I'm gonna get. We're just gonna get peeled, buddy. Let's get it. That was a good chest day. A little bit of shoulder action. I didn't show all the extra little small things that I was doing, like the internal, external rotations. I did 6 sets total. I did 3 sets warming up, reps of 20 each side, internal and external. And then when I was doing the shoulder press, I was supersetting the internal and external band. Rotation, same thing, 20 both sides, internal and external, 20 reps, 3 sets. And then I did some incline straight raises and some Ys too, lateral, I don't know what you call those, Y raises. But I did 4 sets of like 10 to 15 reps each side. Felt pretty good. Shoulder feels pretty decent right now. Get the blood flowing in it, so just work on rehabilitating that, and hopefully it starts feeling better in the coming weeks. Chest day though, felt pretty great, man. 135, 185, and then we did top sets of 225, 245, then dropped back down to 225. Felt pretty good, felt pretty strong. I've been cheating all weekend, eating a little dirty. Did the dumbbell flat press, that felt pretty good. Did the 95s for 10. That last rep was a little bit of a grind, but we got it. 4 sets on the pec deck, really good squeeze, really made sure I went hard and just really contracted with the movement. Then we tried a slight incline dumbbell fly. My shoulder didn't love that, but just kind of worked through it a little bit. Did the 35s and 2 sets with the 45s. Can't complain. Got a good chest pump, man. Looking pretty good, looking pretty full. But now we're on the road to locking in and getting shredded. Today is day 1. Not in the books yet, but we're halfway through. It's like almost 3:30 right now. The meals have been pretty light so far. I fasted till about 11:30 to work off some of that carb and water weight that I was holding. Like I said, I woke up at 180, and then you guys saw we're gonna say the starting weight is 178.8, and the goal is to get below 165, probably 160, hopefully. But that's in the coming weeks. So as of now, it's just locking in the diet, up in the cardio, up in the steps, still training hard. I'm gonna train a little heavy and train to failure. Training's gonna stay basically the same for a little while until we get really close to the show. But yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs now. I'm gonna slam a protein shake, 2 scoops. And then probably wait an hour or two, probably 2 hours, and then I'm gonna have my 7 eggs, and then this is gonna be an actual measured out cup of white rice, and then 1 serving of low-fat cheese, and then whatever I have left for my calories. Like I said, I'm shooting for 2,800 right now. Still gonna keep it pretty high because I've been eating in a surplus. I've been eating 3,000 plus calories, so now I can tone it back down to 2,800. I'll lean back out to my 173 baseline probably, and then I'll probably keep it there for a week or 2, and then once I get down to like 170, then we can really start dropping the calories very slowly, gradually over time. But for now, I'm just gonna sit back and watch what the scale does. I'm gonna stay pretty strict around 2,800 and just watch what the scale does. Basically, it'll kind of be my gauging point. So I'm pretty used to it at this point because I was eating at maintenance level for a long time, so I know what I can eat to sit around 173 and stay pretty lean. But then it's going to be dialing it in a little bit harder, knocking back some of the calories, not putting so much cheese in my meals. I could say the sauces, but I don't really put any sauces that have calories in my meals, but just dialing back the volume. I haven't been weighing or gauging anything. I kind of have like a cup and a half or maybe 2 cups of white rice, so that'll start getting dialed back. The rice cakes won't be so plentiful. I've been eating like anywhere from 5 to 6 rice cakes a day, so probably limit that a little bit. But the meals so far have been just an apple, banana, 2 protein yogurts, I had a David bar, and then 24 milliliters of chocolate milk that I weighed out. So that's 140 calories right there. So I'm gonna go upstairs, check my calories, have my protein shake, and then I'll weigh out my rice and my cheese and cook my 7 eggs later on tonight, and that'll be kind of like my dinner. And then whatever I have for calories left, that'll be a chicken and rice bowl basically. Maybe I'll sneak in some veggies, probably have some carrots and stuff too. But yeah, whatever I have for calories left will be my late night dinner, basically my last meal. So I also might sneak over to Walmart, even though I already went once today. I might go sneak over to Walmart and see what they got for walking pads. See if they have like a little small, little like no railing, just a walking pad. And then if they have one for like a couple $100, I'm gonna probably snag one of those, stick it upstairs in my bedroom. I was gonna plan on going to Planet Fitness because Planet Fitness is pretty close to me, but the more I think about it and I lift at home, it's gonna start being pretty inconvenient. I'm gonna start lifting at home and then traveling to the gym or stopping at the gym after work and then coming home and lifting. I just can tell that like my motivation's not gonna be there. I'm gonna definitely sneak over and do some cardio certain days, but I think I'm gonna go buy a walking pad and just sneak it in my bedroom, and that way I can just always get my steps in every day, because now from here on out for the next 17 weeks I gotta do my cardio basically every day, at least 30 minutes to an hour, probably 30 to 45 minutes. But in the beginning I'm gonna keep it low, and then as we get closer I'll up the cardio. But so we'll see about that. I'm gonna have my protein shake and then I'll go check to see what they got. But yeah, tomorrow might be a fun lift. I'm gonna go to my old town where I used to lift for like 10 years. There was this gym, it's called Revolution in Bennington. It's on the second floor, but it's like grungy, dungy, kind of little old school. It's got a bunch of old school stuff. But I trained there for like 10 years every day. I like lived there. The lady that owns it, she used to be like my second mom. And I haven't been there in almost 2 years, so I feel kind of bad and I miss her. So tomorrow I think I'm gonna sneak up there with my girlfriend. Me and her are gonna go try that gym out. Well, she's gonna try it out. I'm gonna revisit past years. I can sneak my tripod in there because she's totally cool with it. I used to film in there all the time, so I'll probably maybe film a lift there. I'll be at a gym, and then after we're gonna sneak over and hit an old burrito spot. But I'm gonna have to guesstimate my calories on the burrito. But I used to do it all the time, so I should be pretty good. And plus, my calories are still like kind of decently high, so I don't have to get super strict yet. So I have some playing room, so I'm not too worried about it. But we should be dropping back down to 173, if not lower, in the next couple of days, and then we'll be getting locked in and just get shredded, man. So I hope you guys enjoy this series, because now we're gonna get serious. Now we're gonna be training for something. We got a purpose. I've always wanted to do a show. Like I said, I'm 30 years old and I've always wanted to step on stage. So now's the time. It's now or never. I'm not getting any younger. So now we got some serious motivation, some training to do, and just have fun with it. Honestly, I'm just like, I'm not going to be super, like, I am going to be really serious about it, but I don't like care about winning the show or placing or being like the best or whatever. I just want to work really hard, do what I do day in and day out, get serious about my calories. I'll start tracking my calories, up the cardio, and just see what I can bring for a package, and show you guys how to do. Show you guys how I'm gonna go about it and what I'm gonna do, and hopefully you guys can take something for it, or at least sit back and enjoy watching it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Have a safe, happy holiday weekend, and I'm gonna go upstairs, slam protein shake, and get ready for some real food. C-Raw out. Peace.